Of the bands that you said you were meeting people that you've admired a lot over the past few days here, what are the ones that have been kind of stood out for you the most, and maybe the ones that you hadn't admired and surprised you in a way?
Yeah, I mean, I was looking forward to meeting Aidan Gillen.
Who was the first person to get a standing ovation last night?
He was indeed, and that was good. You know, we had a good chat, and one of the things about this gig down here, which is kind of interesting for the bands, I reckon, and for people like Aidan, is that, you know, often there'll be a lot of people there who haven't got a clue who you are. You know, you know, there's this collection of people who are in there. It's, you know, local people. You know, someone that's over there is a school teacher, and someone over there is a farmer. But like, say last night with Cherry Ghost and Jimmy Goodwin, like, I loved that last night, and you know, I don't know how many people knew who Cherry Ghost and Jimmy Goodwin were. You know, probably not that many. And you know, they played a set that was like totally suited to that space.
Oh, wee brother, won't you close your eyes? 'Cause there's things to be done come day. There's life to be done come day. If you stop your job.
There was an account someone wrote about Dingle. They came here like 1600, and the whole town had been burnt to the ground, and there was 4 houses left standing, and they were doing a survey for I think Queen Elizabeth or her successor, and they said that despite the fact that the whole town had been razed to the ground, they were still refreshed in Dingle by the sweet music of the Irish harp, and we had the sweet music of the harp last night as well.
That was nice. I mean, 4 guitars and a harp. I felt like I was in a recording studio, actually. I felt like I was in Abbey Road or something. I thought it would be like not acting and kind of not having to, you know, just not be in the limelight and all the rest of it, because the idea of kind of interviewing people, which I hadn't actually thought about too much. If I had thought about it enough, I might have kind of like stepped back a little. I thought, well, it'll be them and I'll be just there having a good time, listening to music and doing stuff. I had no idea of the massive kind of workload, you know, 25, including the stuff tomorrow, like the new bands, is like 25 acts or whatever over, you know, whatever period of time, but it also means you're getting to meet these people that you kind of really admire. So, you know, I have difficulty being myself and talking as myself. Yeah, how's that sound?
It's an interesting, there's a similarity, I guess, with that, with, say, someone last year spoke to Anna Calvi, who was very shy as a person, but when she was on stage, I mean, she owned that stage. And it seems that it gives a safe space. Performance gives a space that's kind of controlled, that you can live in and inhabit in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with kind of acting on stages and stuff like that, but I have been, you know, in the past, and probably still am, a kind of reluctant and not very good interviewee, you know.
I know. And I beg to differ.
Well, look, I kind of thought if I was the one asking the questions, it would be kind of different, and it kind of is.
And you've had your kids around as well. How
kids have been around a bit, yeah. Well, you see, it's important for me to get my daughter away from. I just want to show her some other stuff, that there is other stuff apart from My Chemical Romance. Do you know what I mean? But you know, it was really nice for me to be able to sit there with the kids and for them to be watching, you know, Cold Specs or, you know, Martin Hayes or whoever. Do you know what I mean? But kids will find their music that they're into, and you know, if your parents are telling you this stuff's good, they won't like it. But I didn't say anything, and they can just sit there and, you know, take what they want from it. I am going to bring them tonight, definitely. Even though you know, young kids like that, they've got school in the morning, you should maybe keep them out to midnight, and you're looking at kind of, you know, dirty rock and roll. But
I got a good education tonight, though.
Fuck it.
Okay, we're back live from inside St James's Church in Dingle, where we're very excited to be bringing you the brilliant Spiritual Eyes.